For years, the global AI race was a simple story: the US and China battling for dominance. The focus was on who had the most advanced language models and the best AI researchers. We measured progress by the power of algorithms and the speed of computer chips. Companies like NVIDIA became crucial, as their chips powered the most complex AI systems. The US led in both foundational models and high-end chips, while China worked to catch up. This narrative shaped global policy and investment. But this perspective is now outdated. Judging AI leadership by models and chips alone is like judging a car race by engine size, ignoring the car, the road, and the driver. The real transformation is happening as AI leaves the lab and enters our daily lives. The competition is no longer just about building the smartest digital brain. It's about giving that brain a body, senses, and a world to interact with. In 2026, the next chapter of AI is about embodied intelligence. AI in cars, factories, homes, and cities. The old metrics, model size and chip speed, aren't enough anymore. To understand who will lead, we need to look at new factors driving real-world AI. AI is no longer just code in the cloud. It's becoming a physical presence. Embodied AI means intelligence is now inside machines that see, hear, and interact with the world. A language model can write a poem, but embodied AI can drive a car, run a factory robot, or guide someone through a crowd. This shift changes everything. Building a smart model in a lab is one thing. Making it work in the unpredictable real world is another. An AI in a car must understand traffic lights, pedestrians, and slippery roads. It needs to learn from real-world experience to be safe and effective. The focus is shifting from just models and chips to entire AI ecosystems. An AI ecosystem combines smart algorithms, physical devices, real-world data, and supportive environments. Success now depends on integrating hardware, software, and infrastructure. The race is about deploying AI at scale, not just in labs but across millions of devices. The countries and companies that master this integration will lead. China, with its unique strengths, is especially well positioned for this new frontier. The game has changed, and so have the rules. The first pillar of embodied AI is hardware, physical bodies for AI to inhabit. AI needs to be inside devices, cars, drones, appliances, robots. To make AI widespread, we need billions of smart devices, not just a few luxury items. This demands massive, low-cost manufacturing. The country that can produce hardware at scale will deploy AI faster and more broadly. Mass production lowers costs, drives adoption, and generates more data to make AI smarter. China's manufacturing power is a key asset. Decades as the world's factory have built unmatched supply chains and infrastructure. China can produce everything from sensors to electric cars at a scale no one else can match. This capability, once built for another era, is now perfect for embodied AI. Take electric vehicles. China is the world's largest producer and market. These cars are robots on wheels, ideal for developing autonomous driving AI. With so many vehicles, Chinese AI companies can test and refine software at scale. Abundant hardware gives them a huge head start in collecting real-world data. The second pillar is software that learns from real-world use. AI trained only in labs is brittle. The real world is messy and unpredictable. True mastery comes from continuous learning through real-world interaction. Devices gather data, send it to the cloud for retraining, and receive updates, creating a powerful feedback loop. The more devices in the field, the faster the AI improves. This is a living, evolving system, not static code. Tesla pioneered this with its cars, but scale is limited by the number of vehicles. To accelerate learning, you need millions of data-collecting devices. China's vast market and rapid hardware deployment make this possible. Imagine millions of delivery robots, autonomous trucks, and smart cars, all feeding data back to improve AI. This scale of real-world interaction gives China a data advantage that's hard to match. The result? Faster, smarter, more robust AI systems. The third pillar is infrastructure, both digital and physical. Embodied AI needs a supportive environment to function. Digital infrastructure means powerful data centers and fast 5G networks to handle the flood of data. Without this backbone, the feedback loop stalls. Physical infrastructure can be made smart, too. roads with sensors, V2X communication, and coordinated traffic lights. China has spent decades building modern infrastructure at an unprecedented scale. High-speed rail, extensive 5G, new roads and bridges, all built as part of national plans. Now this investment is the perfect foundation for embodied AI. Highways can be upgraded with smart sensors, and 5G is already in place. In the US and Europe, older infrastructure makes upgrades slow and costly. China's proactive approach gives it a significant edge. With the groundwork laid, China can focus on adding digital intelligence everywhere. This enables a faster, more integrated rollout of large-scale AI systems. Overcapacity, once seen as China's economic weakness, is now a surprising strength. Too many factories, roads, and buildings once looked like wasted investment. But in the age of embodied AI, this excess is a strategic asset. Oversupply means hardware is cheap and abundant, fueling mass deployment. Companies can build and iterate on millions of AI devices at low cost. Overbuilt infrastructure, roads, 5G, empty buildings, becomes a ready-made playground for AI. What was once excess now provides the space and resources for rapid AI expansion. This lowers barriers to entry and accelerates the data engine loop. While US companies face high costs and slow rollouts, Chinese firms find resources ready and affordable. The result? China can focus on AI software and scale up faster than anyone else. The US takes a different approach, driven by market demand and private investment. Factories and infrastructure are built only when profit is clear, avoiding overbuilding. But this just-in-time model creates challenges for embodied AI. Building new factories is slow and costly, and hardware is produced in smaller, pricier batches. This limits the scale needed for rapid AI learning from real-world data. US infrastructure is often older, making upgrades difficult and expensive. Even with advanced AI models, the lack of affordable hardware and modern infrastructure slows real-world deployment. The US excels at building the AI brain, foundational models and chips. But without the body and environment, it's hard to turn research into widespread applications. China, meanwhile, is building the complete ecosystem for embodied AI. China's overcapacity accelerates real-world AI adoption. Cheap hardware and ready infrastructure allow for rapid, large-scale experimentation. Take autonomous delivery robots. In the US, high costs and patchy infrastructure limit deployment to small pilots. In China, robots are built cheaply and deployed by the thousands across cities with modern infrastructure. The cost of failure is low, and the potential for data collection is huge. This dynamic applies to agriculture, logistics, and more. Cheap sensors and drones monitor crops. Warehouses fill with low-cost robots. Overbuilt roads host fleets of autonomous trucks. Overcapacity provides the assets for AI to be tested and refined at scale. Mass deployment generates a flood of real-world data, making AI smarter. Improved software makes hardware more valuable, driving even wider adoption. China skips small, expensive trials and jumps straight to mass adoption. This cycle of improvement gives China a powerful edge in AI development. The global AI race is no longer just about smart models or fast chips. As AI enters the physical world, the real contest is about building effective ecosystems for embodied intelligence. This means abundant hardware, adaptive software, and massive infrastructure. China's supposed weakness, overcapacity, has become its greatest strength. Its manufacturing and infrastructure allow for unmatched scale and speed in deploying AI. The result: a self-reinforcing loop of more devices, more data, and smarter AI. While the US perfects the AI brain, China is giving it a body and a world to live in. This hands-on approach, powered by overcapacity, gives China a decisive edge. China's true AI advantage is its ability to integrate intelligence into the fabric of society. This will shape the technological landscape for years to come.